Hey guys, how we doing? I'm Yalik. Clearing map with warriors, trying to take advantage of this wonderful resource tribe that we have. And at a pretty low level here, this is my lowest level account, and have a base that I feel like we can break down pretty productively so people can help, or people can see sort of what goes into the planning of an attack like this. Now, we're going to talk through this. It's pretty simple. It's a really, really simple attack, actually. But honestly, once you get good at this, it takes almost no time at all. This was, I mean, as far as my scouting was concerned, this was matter of a few seconds, and it will take me far longer to explain it to you than it actually takes once you get familiar with this to break this stuff down. All right. So what first thing I noticed with this base is, I mean, it looks nasty initially. If you look at it, a couple of lasers, there's a CMO. Don't like any of those. The CMO's bad because it's going to be sniping away a warrior every second that you're running past it, and you're going to be running past it for probably 5-6 seconds. You're going to be in its range, I would guess. Trying to visualize that in my head, but that's going to cost you a warrior every second. That's no fun. So would like to have a plan for that. Would prefer for that plan not to involve just chucking a critter into my path. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll just chuck a critter into one of the smokes along the way, and then that way the CMO focuses on the critters and not on your warriors. Great, that saves the warriors, but with the lasers in play, that's going to become a problem eventually, because when the critters become, the smoke expires, the critters become available to everything else. The lasers will fire, and then they will be firing up into the area. They'll be firing up into the area where my troops are running. Lasers have very, very long range. They can see a long way, and they can shoot further than they see. So really need a solution that doesn't involve critters. Luckily, though, this player has helped me out. I can shock their CMO on the way by, because really, when I get to the HQ here, this will be taunted, this will be taunted. Boom cannons and snipers are not a concern. Mortar, not really a concern. We can heal over that. You need to have machine guns and flamethrowers taunted, shocked, whatever, and you need shock launchers not firing on you, because they will stop your whole attack. Lasers are not good. This laser, on the other hand, over here, I notice, is very far from the headquarters. It's definitely not going to range your warriors at the HQ, nor will it range Bullet, because Bullet stands 3.3 tiles away from the HQ. That would be roughly either here or here at one of the corners of this flamethrower. It depends on which side of the flamethrower he lands on, but he will be either here, where that will not range him, or over there, where it will not range him. A mine is one tile. So if you took 3 mines and lined them up next to this flamethrower, you'd have 1, you'd have 2, you'd have 3, and then if you went along the front, you'd have 1, 2, 3. Every defense is 3 by 3. So Bullet will be standing 3 tiles from the HQ. He will be standing at the front corner of this flamethrower. This laser is out of the picture, at least as far as the attack at the headquarters is concerned. We'll come back to it in a second. That leaves 2 shock launchers and a laser to be shocked. Just 1 shock at the headquarters. Everything else is taunted. Shocks are expensive. That means we can shock the CMO on the way by, and that's our plan for dealing with the CMO, because I don't have to worry about extra shocks at the headquarters. So that's taken care of. All of these are taken care of. This guy is out of the picture once we get past it, and the only thing we need to worry about there, we need to clear mines, obviously. Still, we'll talk about that in a second, and we need to take note of where this laser beam is actually going to kick in, so that we don't end up running into it and getting shot by it. Now, you will notice there's kind of a change of color right at the edge of the beach, right? If you look at these green statues, there's like a darker color just in front of them, and then it gets very light just in front of the green statues, just in front of the vampire trophy, just in front of here and in front of here. In front of Piggy, you see the change of color there, a little bit darker on the beach, and then the base proper is a lighter color. The ground we're talking about, right? The laser kicks in basically where that color change happens. And so that's where we need to start smoking. We're free to be out of smoke anywhere before that. Would like to end up here on this flamethrower. Gonna pick a straight line from there back to the beach, which means we're gonna need to clear mines in this area here, and we need to start smoking about here. So the residence here, level 9, red residence, that's a fairly straight line to the flamethrower, not perfectly straight line. And it looks like we don't have any other mines to worry about. So that's what we're going to do. So, again, looking at the flamethrower here before I barrage here. Trying to pick the straightest line possible. Not actually a very good barrage in that case. I think we can live with it. Gonna go like that, and just to be on the safe side, gonna go like that. And I think we're gonna deal. Drop bullet. Gonna let him walk up the beach just a little bit, and flare over. Now we're gonna use a gathering flare, like that, and then go to that resonance, and start smoking right about the edge of the beach, like I said. Gathering flare and flaring to the residence. That's just to get us away from the mines. Gonna shock the SEMO. And flared up to the headquarters. Don't have a ton of GBE. Not really important though, because we don't need a whole lot here. Got the shock launchers. Might have missed actually one of these shock launchers. Didn't I? I can't even tell. It kind of doesn't matter. Can't tell whether that first guy just turned or whether it turned and fired, but one way or the other. He had ice too. Yeah, it's pretty sad he had ice too. One way or the other, the resources on that are fantastic. Base is down. I'm going to go do something for a couple of minutes and come back and continue with my attacking. The planning that goes into these bases, the type of planning that goes into these bases, that's what I'm trying to show you here. When you get familiar with it, it takes a fraction of that time. That it's, again, much longer to explain it to you than it takes to actually see it for yourself and just go do it. Which is the beauty of Warriors, because they train fast and you can hit fast and you just keep going when things go right. So, anyway, breakdown of a hit. Like, thumbs up, hope it helps. I'll see you out there. Take care.